What up, though, y'all? It's Chris broadcasting to you from the D. It's a feel good day here in the Motor City. We got to get to a topic that's not so not so great. Early in the morning, we had a really tragic situation happen in Sin City between two smaller YouTubers slash IRL streamers. I've never heard of these guys, so if you guys know of them or used to follow their stuff, let me know in the comments. I'm interested in you guys recount of how this stuff was happening in real time. But one of them, Sin City Manny Wise, apparently he also has a channel, Sin City Family, that he does with his wife. He apparently had around 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, so not nothing to sneeze at. 20,000 is a respectable number. His rival, who he was beefing with, Finney the Legend, he had 3,400 range subscribers. He's from Arizona. So you have two fairly small IRL streamers, one a little bit bigger than the other. But they're beefing. This beef apparently took place over the course of anywhere between a year and a half to 2 years. Just really petty style stuff, man. As you guys will see as I get into it. Manny managed to catch Finney and his wife right at the Bellagio fountains in Las Vegas, and that's where he drew his firearm and he fired on Finn and then eventually his wife. So this starts a while back. So let me get into that. Apparently, from the video that I saw, this goes way back to Manny Wise being a performer in the Fremont area. He would go out with his face painted up. Finney's wife was over really close to him in his personal space with a camera, in his face. He didn't like this. Instead of kind of saying to her, like, can you back up or something like that, he, kind of swipes the camera out of her face. She does a big no-no in this situation by jumping in his face, and I don't think women should do that. I think that a woman, especially you somebody's wife, you have no business saying anything to another man. You especially have no business jumping up in another man's face. Your man is supposed to be the one to handle the circumstances. So, in my opinion, she's behaving way out of order in this situation. She's fighting with him. She's fighting with Manny's wife. Finn kind of gets over there to like help break things up, and eventually Manny pepper sprays the wife. Later on stream, they tell about the experience. Someone in the comments, surprisingly, another woman holds, was it Bubbly is what the wife is called, holds her accountable, saying that she inserted herself into that situation and she shouldn't have. I found that to be really refreshing because women don't really hold other women accountable all that often. She admitted that she did insert herself into that bad situation, but she still kind of was trying to justify her actions to a certain extent. So do with that what you will. But that was seemingly the kickoff. After that, for the next year and a half, between a year and a half to 2 years, these guys had this extremely petty online beef that, in my opinion, one of them, if not both of them, should have realized how stupid this was a very long time ago. You have two grown-ass men in their 40s, both married, and this is how y'all behaving. Like, it's just really immature behavior. It got to the point of even filing false copyright strikes on each other. As I said, y'all grown as hell. Why are y'all entertaining this type of stuff, man? Y'all are fathers, husbands. Like, how do y'all have time to entertain this level of foolery when you got families and stuff, man? I don't know. But you guys have heard me say before, I don't do beefs. I'm too fucking old. I'm 44 years old. I'm not beefing nobody, especially not over no YouTube stuff. I'm just gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna be doing no videos, making videos back and forth, talking smack about nobody over the course of years. That sounds insane to me. But this is what you have. This is what happens when you have two extremely immature, two extremely stubborn, grown ass men that don't know how to walk away, don't know how to leave shit alone, don't know how to diffuse stuff. I told y'all before, man. I'll be that guy. I'll be that bigger guy, and I'll diffuse the situation. I'm like, you know what? Let's stop this. You know, I don't like you. You don't like me for whatever reason, but we didn't kind of like drug this on a little too long. Let's just go ahead and squash this. You know, in my opinion, they were the same person, and if they would have figured that out at some point, they probably would have became the best of friends instead of it escalating to this stupid stuff. Weird energy on both sides. You got Finn the Legend, who's not even from Vegas. He's from Arizona. He would travel to Vegas and do content there. You got Manny, who was reaching a point where he was starting to make threats of bodily harm towards him. When that starts to happen, obviously you're affecting him more than you think, and maybe stop. I'm not saying you got to be afraid of him or anything like that. I'm just saying recognize when enough is enough. And absolutely, under no circumstances do you go to a place that you know you got enemies and dox your location. You out there live streaming where you at, and you know you got an enemy in this town, or possibly enemies, because there may be others that don't like you there who rock with him. So he was not moving in a self-preservation capacity, and unfortunately that cost him his life and his wife her life. Long story short, Manny is out driving earlier that day, like all day, looking for him because he got tipped off that dude is in town. He's saying in the stream, I've been going to every casino and whatnot. I mean, that sounds really unhinged, man, for real. I'm telling y'all, that beef stuff ain't it. Stop messing with people. Stop carrying on petty squabbles. Some of y'all are just too immature. You got to get the last word. You got to get last say. It's not worth it, man. I'll let somebody have the last word in a heartbeat. I don't care. It don't mean nothing to me. It means everything to them, but it means nothing to me. So I don't care if you get the last word. Go and take it. You know, certain things is just not worth the energy of entertaining. He finally finds out where they are. And here's another situation where I thought Finn was not on top of his game. You got your back turned. You all on the internet and stuff. Your wife is essentially on the lookout. That is out of order. Your wife is the one who intercepted your op because you are so off guard because you want to play for the internet. Now, she shouldn't have jumped up in his face. She, again, jumped up in a man's face, and I don't think women should do that. However, he was not acting like... I ain't going to say he wasn't acting like the man because I think that's kind of harsh, but, you know, just the things that men are supposed to do to keep themselves and keep their family safe, he was not doing that. He was playing around just a little too much, kind of not taking seriously the fact that he had an enemy in this city. You doxing your location, you walking around with your back turned, you know, you just not really all that conscious of your surroundings. It's extremely dangerous to move like that when you got enemies. You know, you got enemies, and you know you got enemies, you got to look over your shoulder. It just is what it is. You made these enemies, and then you went to the ops territory. You can go vacation wherever it is that you want, but you've made this space hot for yourself. So you can't be there. You can't be there so damn off guard to where somebody able to just walk up on you like that. He don't give him time to say anything. He just starts firing. The wife gets to screaming, "Are you effing serious?" or something like that, and then he fires on her too. So you got two families destroyed, two people gone because two grown ass men couldn't be mature enough to squash this petty ass beef sooner. It makes no sense. And right now, at the time of recording this video, Manny's still on the run. He hasn't been caught. He hasn't turned himself in. He's still out there. So, I don't know. He gonna get life. I mean, it just is what it is. He gonna get life. He may decide to do something else. He might decide to commit the suit instead of let himself end up in prison. That's just crazy, man. I'm not about to be out here doing no nonsense that's gonna take me away from my family. That's just crazy. No nonsense that somebody's saying on the internet means that much to me where I'm about to go crash out like that. But that's what happened here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in the comments. I'ma holler at y'all. Peace.